Here we are, day 15. It was a little brisk this morning, a little cool, but not too bad. Didn't sleep too bad last night, but there was all kinds of animals running through the campsite last night, all night long. I don't know what it was, whether it was deer, something smaller, but they were walking. It was almost like a interstate through the campsite, but not too bad. Food was hung, all that good stuff, and nothing got into any of our stuff, so it's a good thing. So today we've got, if we can go 20.6, we'll get to a campsite at mile marker 172 or 272. That's supposed to be the last good water before Dolphin. So if we can hit that campsite, do the 20.6, we'll be able to get, start off with a full supply of water in the morning, and that would leave us like 13.5 to do tomorrow into Dalton. That'd be really good if we can get that 20.6, and it gives us a fairly short day into Dalton. We can get in there early afternoon, probably by 1. Might even be able to grab some lunch, get checked into the hotel, laundry, all that stuff. If everything goes right, we'll be meeting a friend for dinner. So that's kind of the plan. As you can see, it's a beautiful morning. It's supposed to get up to like 76 today, so it'll be a nice day. Here in another mile or two, we've got to do another creek fording. So we'll see how that goes. We did one the end of the day yesterday. I think Jamie was pretty much able to kind of rock hop it. I don't think he got his feet wet too much. I wound up getting 1 foot slid. The rocks were super slippery, and then after I got one wet, I was like, whatever. I just walked across. It actually felt good on my feet at the end of the day, and we got everything dried out, but probably get wet again here in a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. I prefer not to get wet in the morning and then have to hike all day with it, but whatever. Do what you got to do. All right.
Beautiful view here. Have this nice platform here. Got this gentleman James over there.
Yep, John's Mountain. There's James, met him. All the way over there is Lookout Mountain. All right, here's another view coming down John's Mountain. I think we got a picnic area coming up in a couple miles. That'd be a good spot for lunch, since that'll probably be about noon. And that's lunchtime here, as you know. All right. At least we got some views today. Taking us to some views. Yesterday they gave us views, but didn't take them to us. They take us to them. Yeah, I met James up at the top, former Marine, retired hip replacement guy, walks every day, hikes every day. Lives like 15 minutes from here. Cheery guy. Very upbeat. All right, another view platform. You got like a little kind of a little trickle of a waterfall down there. But it's kind of cool. They got this viewing platform. It's kind of a cliff, rocky cliff thing, so kind of cool. Much better than just looking at trees. So. Here we are at the bottom of the little waterfall. Pretty cool. They have like stone steps to kind of lead you down here. And the trail kind of comes down here and then cuts off the other way. So you can go like right to see the falls and left to continue on trail. So we'll head back to the little junction right back here. Pretty cool. Cool place to take a shower.
Yeah, I was just thinking there's some trees back there. You could still camp there if you had to.
Yep, get your water right from the waterfall.
Yeah.
Shower.
Set up after dark and let this one up here.
Keon Falls Loop. So that's what we're on right now. That's the Keon Falls we just saw. We head down this way. Alright, not a bad way to spend a Monday morning. See, I could be doing this or I could be at work. Decisions. Thank God it's Monday. All right. Views. Poacher's Pond. Named after Civil War soldier Samuel Pilcher, who was buried nearby. Okay. Nice pond, Sammy. All right, here we are. We're about 0.3 from the campsite, which will give us a 20.6 day and get us about 13 and a half-ish from Dalton. So we'll be able to do that tomorrow. So when I get to the campsite, if I get a chance, I'll take a video of it. So we're supposed to have water there, stone benches to sit around the campfire. So hopefully there'll be some trees to hang our hammocks from. There should be. Looks like a lot of trees in this area, so should be good. And hopefully we get a good night's sleep, rest up for our final push into Dalton tomorrow. All right, here's our campsite. There's our about to be fire. Yes, it's an M&M's wrapper in there to help start the fire. We got some wood over here ready to go. There's Jamie. There's my hammock. There's Jamie's hammock. We're all set up. Water was down that way. Kind of just in pools, so not super good running water, but it'll do. And that will be it for day 15. 20.6 miles. We're at mile marker 272. We got about 13 to 14 into Dalton tomorrow. All right, here we are, morning of day 16. Heading out on our way to Dalton. Had a decent night at the campsite last night. And there are a few comments in Far Out / Gut Hooks about, oh, it's a great campsite, all that. It was all right. Wasn't anything spectacular. It did have the stone, like little benches you can sit on around the campfire. That was nice. But the water was, it was there. There was water. It was mainly pools of water. So it wasn't like great flowing water. You just had to make sure you didn't scoop up any minnows or tadpoles in your water. But it was doable. Other than that, basic camp out. It was fairly quiet last night, from what I can tell. So, good night's sleep. So today we got 12-7 to the I-75 overpass, which dumps you right in Dalton. So right past there, we're probably looking at staying at the Super 8. I think that's right past the overpass on the right. So that's our plan. I think there's a Waffle House there. We might get like a late lunch and then get in a hotel. We got laundry to do, and I got to do some doctoring on my feet and shoes. I tried out a new pair of shoes, and they actually sent me a company called Freedom Industries. They had two basic types of shoes. One was a lot more rugged than the other one. So I actually ordered the rugged ones, but got the lighter weight ones, which are more like more sneakerish than anything else. And with all the rocks on this trail, little rocks and stuff like that, they have just eaten up these shoes. In fact, my right shoe literally has a hole in the bottom. Fortunately, I've got my older pair of like custom made orthotics. They're like hard plastic orthotics. If it wasn't for that, I'd literally be walking barefoot on the rocks. So, but you know, these shoes started with me. So my goal is to finish with them. I might get some gel inserts, just something to give me a little bit of cushion. And we'll go from there. I mean, worst case scenario, if it's really bad when we get to Dalton, I can run to a shoe store, even if I just get like a pair of running shoes, just something to get me through the last, 65 miles or whatever it is. But I think I can make these last. They're going to be shot when I get done, but it was a good trail test. Like I said, originally I wanted the little bit heavier duty one, so it's kind of my fault for not sending them back when they sent me the wrong ones. My wife had gotten a pair of these, so we ordered both of them together, and their like style numbers are like really close together. So just a simple mistake, but no big deal. It is what it is. Just deal with it. So that's where we're at. Sun's finally peaked out, so now it's getting brighter. And like I said, 12.7, and we'll be in Dalton. All right. Any views, I'll be sure to show them. All right, here we are, just walking in the woods. Pretty much been in the woods all morning. So we are about 8 miles in. So we got about roughly 4.7 to go. So not too much longer before we get down there. There's a little view sneaking in there behind the trees. There's one over there through the trees too. A lot of leaves still up. So I bet another month or two, couple months. February. In February, when a lot of people kind of start through hiking this, we probably get some really good views. But that's okay. All good. All right, we just kind of peaked, got up to the power lines. Now we're coming down this kind of gravel road. I don't know if we follow this all the way down or not, but got a 2.5 mile down to the overpass over Interstate 75. So it's right past the overpass where the food and lodging is. So 2.5 miles, about an hour, we should be down there. More views coming down into Dalton. Here's some history. Basically Dug Gap, and it was a Confederate battle. Pause it and read it. Dug Gap Battle Park. If you go further north towards Chattanooga, that's where you had the Battle of Chickamauga. Oh, yeah? Braxton Bragg was the Confederate general in that battle. Alright, here we are crossing I-75, entering Dalton, Georgia. I used to live here for about 9 years, back in the 90s. There's the Waffle House. There it is, Waffle House. We're going there to get something to eat, and then we'll go back in there. There's hotels and all that good stuff. So we'll hit all that up. When we get settled in a hotel, I'll video again and let you know what's going on. All right, here we are in our room at the Super 8. Or I'm in my room at the Super 8. You see, you got a little table and chair there. Table and chairs. Big, comfy, king-size bed. Look at that. Big picture on the wall. You've got, over here, you got a microwave. You got a pretty big fridge. Big fridge, nice and cold. It's got a TV. Mirror on the wall. There I am after all. Made a run. And then we've got coffee maker, sink, laundry bags, all that good stuff. Hair dryer. And then we've got, look at that shower head. Tub, toilet, all that good stuff. So that's the room. I think it was like 90 something a night, but they gave us a military discount, and we got like for 70 something. So there you go. All good. Got to do shower and then laundry. We'll chill out a little bit later tonight. We're looking at meeting a friend for dinner. All right, there you go. We ate at the Waffle House for lunch. I had a cheeseburger. and whatever they call hash browns or whatever. It was good. So there you go. If I don't film, this will be the end of day 16. Tomorrow, road walk. All right, everybody. It is the end of day 16, I guess, Tuesday. Just wanted to let you know, these are the shoes I was wearing. They're Freedom Industries. It's their lighter weight shoes. Not a bad shoe. Worked out fairly decent, except it got chewed up by the rocks. As you can see, this is the good shoe. You can see right here where it's almost kind of like there's a hole right there. Unfortunately, I've got orthotics in here, and these are older orthotics that I have. I've got like a hiking pair of orthotics I use that are kind of old, probably like 7 years old. But pull them out here, show them to you. And as you can see, the orthotic, I had already done, this part is like a soft part. This part is like a hard plastic. But this is the one that really, if you look here, if I take this orthotic out, the only thing between the rocks and the ground and my foot was this orthotic, which you could see was already being abrased, if you will, because there is a freaking hole in the shoe. Okay, that's the shoe. So you can see it really, I mean, there's some other damage to the shoe. That's almost 300 miles, but you can see all this, just, I glued this, but this was falling apart pretty good. So I wouldn't recommend these shoes for a through hike, any kind of big long distance hiking. They're firmer pair. They have another like sturdier pair, might be well, but these are more for, you know, what I call gym shoes, or maybe some running, but not the extent of the kind of trails. So what I did was I was able to go to Payless here in Dalton today, and I was able to get me a pair of Merrells that they had at Payless. Let me just take these off so you can see. And they're just basic Merrell hiking shoes. You know, nothing fancy, but definitely rugged, and that's going to help with all the rocks. And, you know, my feet, I can walk a lot better with these, just because I'm not feeling every single rock and every single root like I was on those other shoes. So that's the deal. I did get these. The Freedom Industry shoes will be retired today, and I'll finish out the trail in these Merrells. All right. Well, that's it for day 16. Tomorrow we've got a 20-something plus road walk through Dalton to Chatsworth. And if everything works out, we'll be staying in a cabin in Chatsworth tomorrow. If not, probably a hotel in Chatsworth tomorrow. And we'll film more then. And then we'll get ready for our final 2.5 day push to the end of the Pinhoti. All right.